All right, Heat Nation. So we just lost to the Celtics by a wide margin. However, don't feel bad. I'm watching the Clippers beat up on Dallas and they got Luka. So think about if we had Jimmy Butler. We probably still would lose this game, but at least it would be a little bit more competitive. If you look at the stats for the Celtics, all of them shot over 40% or 40% or higher from three, except for Jason Tatum. So if you're going to allow the Celtics to shoot the three, and when they miss, they get their own rebound, then you're allowing for more three-point shots. And if they're hitting, it's going to be a recipe for disaster. So I said, as soon as I saw that, they were beating our butts early, I said to myself, hey, you know what? We can actually make this series a competitive series if the Celtics aren't hitting contested threes. So that's one thing that we need to do, is to continue to contest, and then maybe they'll miss. But then the next thing we need to do is we need to rebound the ball. So they were getting a lot of offensive rebounds and then taking another three, and they were hitting them. So if we can limit their offensive rebounds, which means that guys like Tyler will have to be more active, and Nikola, for his height, he needs to be more active too. Because not only did Nikola and Bam not get double-digit rebounds, nobody got double-digit rebounds. But if you go on the Celtics side, Jason Tatum had a triple-double. He had 10 rebounds. And so we need to get on the boards more. And then also we need to rotate better when it comes to the perimeter, because I don't really understand why we're leaving Sam open. If I had to leave a player open in terms of like who to rotate to, I would not choose Peyton Pritchard over Sam. Like, Sam is a sniper. Sam shot 66% from three, and he took 6 threes, so he went 4 for 6. So that's definitely not somebody that you want to leave open. And you obviously can't leave Jaylen Brown open, and you can't leave Jason Tatum open, and you can't leave Kristaps open. But if you had to pick somebody, statistically, you would take Al Horford or Peyton. Everybody else is pretty good from three, especially Jrue Holiday. And I know a lot of people are probably upset with Tyler Herro because he's one of the maybe 4 players that had a really bad game this first game. Here's the thing. There's no Jimmy Butler. So Jimmy Butler is not playing to punish guys like Jrue Holiday and White. So they have a little bit more energy than they should have. So he's going to have to run through some more screens. He's just going to have to do more, period, because these 2 guys are 2 of the best perimeter defenders in the league. And so it's going to be a really tough series for Tyler Herro and any of the other guards, because we don't have that guy that would usually, get the switch on them and bang on them. No Diddy. But yeah, it's nice to have Jimmy Butler when he's healthy, because he would usually get that switch on Derek White, which they can defend him, Derek White and Jrue Holiday, but he's definitely going to get the best of Jrue Holiday more times than not. And I think Derek White makes him work a little bit harder. Derek White is a really good defender. Like, he's very underrated. This is somebody that is going to be a heat killer this series. Now, I'll say this. For our players, I would like to see us get on the board more. I think us getting out-rebounded by 10, which everybody knows that this has been an ongoing thing the entire season, getting out-rebounded. If we can make the boards a little bit closer, considering that Robert is no longer on the team and we just got to worry about Kristaps, who's usually taking threes, we can actually make the game competitive without Jimmy Butler. But also, we got to have our key players not play bad. Like, Duncan Robinson did not play well. 5 points is not enough. 1 for 3 from 3 is not good. Obviously, Tyler Herro went 4 for 13. He's got the best defenders on him, so he's just going to have to step up. He's going to have to do whatever he needs to do. If he's got to run through screens like Steph Curry, he's going to have to do that. I know Tyler likes to dance with the ball, but these are not the defenders for you to be dancing with the ball with, because they're elite perimeter defenders. Caleb Martin, Uncle Caleb, Celtics uncle, he needs to step up. 2 for 6 is not good, and 0 for 4 from 3 is crazy, because he got like 2 open threes at one point, and he took his time and he just bricked them. He just shoots straight missiles. He needs to just take 3-point shots between now and the next game, because we're going to need him to knock down some threes, and we're going to need him to drop to the basket and be aggressive. 4 points in game 1 is crazy. And then you've got Haywood, aka PJ Tucker's replacement. At one point I was saying to myself, like, I would much rather have him over PJ Tucker, because PJ Tucker is obviously old. But 0 points. Like, that's crazy. I would like to see some more of Haywood. I mean, he got 25 minutes, but I would like to see some more minutes with him on Jason Tatum. But I would also like for him to cut to the basket and dunk the ball, or take an open three. Like, he passed up on an open three, even though he was 0 for 4 this game. He had one that he was wide open. And so he needs to play better, and Bam needs to rebound better, and Nikola needs to rebound better because they're the tallest guys. But realistically, there is a way that we can get more rebounds by having everybody chip in. There are games where Tyler Hero will have 7 rebounds. He had 4 this game. That's just not going to cut it. Same thing with DeLon Wright, because a lot of those rebounds are going to be long because the Celtics are just chucking 3-point shots. There's nothing worse than watching this Heat team play and it's a long rebound and they just can't secure that ball, and then the other team gets it and they knock down a 3. And that's going to happen a lot in this series if we don't fix our rebounding, because a lot of it too is like, I saw one where Peyton Pritchard just like got a rebound over DeLon Wright. And I'm just shaking my head like, bro, you had him somewhat boxed out and the rebound goes to him. Like, how does that even happen? But yeah, we got some adjustments that we got to make. I want to see Duncan Robinson have at least 10 points next game. 5 points is not going to cut it. Kevin Love did pretty well for the amount of time he played. He played 13 minutes, so 7 points, that's pretty good. So the worst player on the court today, in my opinion, was Tyler Hero. By the numbers, it was Nikola, but for me, it was Tyler Hero. It would be nice to get Terry Rozier back, but it looks like we may not get him back this series because he's week to week, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even think he's day to day. So at this point, the only way we're going to win a game in this series, at least, is to focus on rebounding and closing out better when it comes to the perimeter. Or maybe not really trying to dig as much or commit to, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown drives, or even Jrue Holiday. There's so many players that can drive on that team, and a lot of times they're driving to kick it out. So if we're going to try to steal the ball or double that player, we better get ready for that pass, because the Celtics are doing a really good job of passing the ball and just taking as many threes as possible. And the best way to limit that is to either stay with your man, or if you're going to try to double, make sure you secure any misses, because if they're not going to shoot all 40% from 3. Like, it was crazy. Like, if Jason Tatum had hit a few more shots from 3, then pretty much all of them would have shot over 40% from 3, or 40% or higher. And that's just not sustainable. I don't care how good they are, especially if you have a hand in your face. But let's see if we can steal game 2, guys. Cocky Heat fan, Heat in 6.